Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers for Tuesday, March 31st, suggest that Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, will be furious when she discovers what happened at the Cliff home while she was away. Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, will also investigate as she becomes increasingly sure that something is wrong. Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, had a close call while attempting a romantic evening together. Deacon was able to flee before Sheila barged into the bedroom, so Sheila assumed Taylor was having some me time. However, Sheila observed the pizza box on her way out and became suspicious when she saw Deacon on the sofa, pretending to sleep after all that intense drama. It appears like Sheila will do a small investigation on Tuesday's BNB episode, which may include interviewing Hope Logan Spencer, Annika Noel, about the meal she allegedly had with Deacon. Based on Hope's uneasy reaction, Sheila may have a strong suspicion that Deacon requested her to lie for him. The more the clues pile up, the closer Sheila gets to unraveling the jigsaw and discovering Deacon deceived her. In the meantime, Steffy will return home from camping to learn that something is awry. Taylor will be on edge, so Steffy will demand to know what occurred and be surprised when her mother comes clean. It was bad enough that Taylor allowed Deacon into Steffy's home despite Steffy's insistence that they stay separate. However, the fact that Sheila showed up and almost caught them in bed together will make Steffy furious. Steffy may claim she knew what would happen if Deacon and Taylor kept playing with fire. Taylor's news will have Steffy worried that Sheila will fit the puzzle pieces together and make Taylor her next target. Steffy has witnessed personally how out of control Sheila can become, so she will undoubtedly fear the worst. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Steffy will lash out at Taylor and issue some warnings, so prepare for some uncomfortable scenes. Tensions had been seething for weeks in the bustling center of Los Angeles, where the sun-drenched hills of the Forrester estate overlook the glittering Pacific. Steffy Forrester Finnegan had taken her family on a much-needed camping trip, hoping to get away from the constant drama that seemed to define life in the fashion industry and beyond. With her husband Finn by her side and the kids laughing around the campfire, she had allowed herself a rare moment of calm. But serenity in the Forrester household was always ephemeral, especially when secrets lurked in the shadows of their beautiful estate. When Steffy returned home on Tuesday morning, she walked through the great doors of the Forrester living room, her fashionable boots clicking against the marble floor. The air seemed heavy, packed with an unsaid uneasiness that instantly put her on edge. Her mother, Taylor Hayes, was present, pacing nervously near the fireplace, her typically confident exterior broken like frail porcelain. Taylor's gaze shifted to the entryway as Steffy arrived, a mixture of shame and relief flooding over her face. "Mom, what's going on?" Steffy exclaimed, dropping her luggage and quickly hugging Taylor. "You look like you've seen a ghost. Did something happen while we were away?" "The kids had a blast, but I couldn't stop thinking about everyone here." Taylor paused, her hands quivering slightly as she smoothed down her blouse. She'd mentally rehearsed this moment 100 times since that tragic night, but seeing her kid now made the words freeze in her throat. The secret affair with Deacon Sharp began innocently enough, or so she persuaded herself. Deacon, with his rough charm and tangled past, had provided a shoulder to rest on during one of Taylor's most vulnerable times. But one thing led to another, and while Steffy and her family were camping, passion erupted right under the Forresters' roof. They had been cautious, or so they thought, until Sheila Carter entered the picture. Sheila, the unpredictable wild card with a long history of disruption and violence, had appeared suddenly. Her instincts, hardened by years of survival and planning, had detected something unusual. Taylor and Deacon exchanged a misdirected glance and a lingering touch, which she initially misinterpreted as something very else. But suddenly, her suspicions were spreading like wildfire. Sheila wasn't the kind to let things go. She was conducting her own little investigation, pulling together information with the accuracy of a detective who had once been a superb manipulator herself. Steffy detected the evasion quickly. "Mom, talk to me. You know I can handle whatever it is. Is it Brooke? Ridge? Or, wait, don't tell me it's Sheila again. That woman is like a bad penny. She keeps turning up no matter how many times we think we've dealt with her. Taylor gave a heavy sigh and fell onto the comfy couch. She could not keep it pent up any longer. Steffy, honey, sit down. While you were away, things got complicated. Deacon and we spent some time together. It wasn't planned, but it happened. And Sheila, she saw something. She didn't catch us outright, but she's suspicious. She's been asking questions, poking around Il Giardino, and even here at the house. I tried to cover it up, but I'm not sure how long we can keep this hidden. The words sounded like a thunderclap. Her eyes widened with amazement before narrowing in fury. You and Deacon? Under a roof? While I was trying to give my family a break from all this insanity. Steffy's voice raised and echoed across the large room. She lost control totally, her hands balling into fists as she stood up abruptly, knocking over a gorgeous vase that broke on the floor. The sound seemed to emphasize her wrath. How could you, Mom? After everything we've been through with Sheila? That woman is dangerous. She's obsessed, unpredictable, and now you've given her ammunition. What were you thinking? Deacon Sharp, of all people? He's tied to hope, to the past, to every messy chapter in this family's history. And now Sheila's investigating? She's not going to stop until she uncovers every dirty little detail. Taylor reached out to console her daughter, but when Steffy left the room, I defended you, Mom. I always have. Even when things with Ridge and Brooke got complicated, I stood by you. But this is a disaster. A complete and utter disaster. Do you have any idea what Sheila could do if she connects the dots? She's already been circling like a shark. I heard she was at Il Giardino recently, talking to people, digging for information. Lee might even be involved somehow. Whispers about her meeting Sheila there. If Sheila puts it together that you Taylor had been through so much, health problems, mental anguish, and the continual tug of love and loss in their lives. But this breach of trust, this irresponsible entanglement, seemed like a slap in the face. Steffy paced the room, her high heels crunching on the broken glass, oblivious to the situation. I can't believe this. You know Sheila's history. She shot people, faked deaths, and manipulated everyone around her for her own twisted reasons. And now she's suspicious of you and Deacon? She's probably already planning her next move, maybe framing you for something, or worse, confronting you directly. I won't let her hurt you, Mom. But I am so angry right now. This isn't just about your heart or whatever you think you feel for Deacon. It affects the entire family. Hope, Steffy, it wasn't meant to be like this. Deacon and we connected in a way I haven't in a long time, but I know it was risky. We tried to be discreet. When Sheila showed up that night, I thought my heart would stop. She misinterpreted a sound a moment, but her eyes, those eyes see too much. She's been coming around more, asking Deacon innocent-sounding questions that feel like traps. I told her it was nothing, that I was just visiting, but I don't think she bought it. Discreet? Mom, this is Los Angeles soap opera central. Nothing stays hidden forever, especially when Sheila Carter is on the prowl. She's like a bloodhound with a grudge. Remember all the times she's targeted us? The weddings she's ruined, the lives she's upended? And now you've handed her the perfect weapon. If she finds out about your affair, she'll twist it into something sinister. She might even try to turn Deacon against you, or use it to worm her way back into. I need to call Finn. He needs to know what's happening. And Deacon, where is he? Hiding out at Il Giardino, like usual? I should go there myself and confront him. This ends now, Mom. Whatever this disaster is between you two, it stops before Sheila turns it into a full-blown catastrophe. Taylor got up and gently took hold of Steffy's sock. Please, Steffy, don't make it worse. Deacon and I are trying to figure this out. He's worried too. We both know how volatile Sheila can be, but yelling and storming around isn't going to help. I need your support, not your judgment. Support. Steffy chuckled bitterly, although she didn't mean her tone. Mom, I love you, but this is beyond support. This is survival. Sheila's investigation isn't some casual curiosity, it's her gearing up for war. I've seen the way she looks at people when she suspects betrayal. She's already been misinterpreting situations, putting pieces together in that twisted mind of hers. If she learns the truth, Taylor Hayes could be in real danger. And I won't stand by and watch that happen. The doorbell rang, interrupting the argument. Steffy froze, casting a watchful gaze at her mother. If that's Sheila, she mumbled, marching determinedly toward the door. But it was Finn, returning from a shift at the hospital, his face furrowed with concern following Steffy's brief text earlier. "Steffy, what's wrong? You sounded panicked on the message," Finn asked, taking her into his arms. His presence was a strong anchor, yet he could sense the storm gathering. Steffy wasted no time filling him in, her words rushing forth. "Taylor and Deacon happened while we were camping. Sheila's onto something. She's investigating, asking questions, growing more suspicious by the hour. I just lost it, Finn. How could Mom be so careless? Now we're all at risk." Finn's demeanor shifted. He had a complex relationship with his birth mother, Sheila, whose preoccupation had almost cost him everything. Sheila's dangerous when she fixates. If she's piecing together an affair, she might see it as an opportunity to strike at the Forresters. We need to be careful, protect Taylor, but also keep our family safe. Meanwhile, across town at Il Giardino, Deacon Sharp wiped down the bar with a rag, his mind elsewhere. Taylor's face tormented him. The stolen moments they'd had, the flare that had rekindled something he believed was long gone. But Sheila's shadow loomed big. She'd come in earlier that day, her questions digging a little too deeply. "Deacon, darling," she had purred, leaning over the counter with that strange smile. "You seem distracted lately. Anything or anyone on your mind? I could swear I heard something the other night when I stopped by the Forrester place." Deacon had played it cool, dismissing it as restaurant noise or a television show, but inside his gut churned. Sheila's instincts were legendary, even though age and redemption had softened her edges slightly. She wasn't the same insane killer from years ago, but old habits die hard. Now, as he served clients with a fake grin, he wondered how long it would be before her assumptions became reality. He texted Taylor quickly. "Be careful. She's asking more questions. We need to talk." Back at the Forrester estate, Steffy's rage had not abated. She faced Taylor again, her voice steady but filled with concern. "Mom, you have to end this with Deacon. Today. Before Sheila's little investigation blows everything up. I can't lose you to her games. We've fought too hard to build some semblance of normalcy." Taylor nodded slowly, the weight of her choices crushing down. "I know, Steffy. It was a mistake, a beautiful, foolish mistake. But the heart wants what it wants, even when it's dangerous." "Heart," Steffy replied with a sigh. "This isn't about the heart. This is about survival in a world where Sheila Carter exists. She's not just suspicious. She's building a case in her head. I can feel it. And when she connects the dots between you, Deacon, and that night, the explosion will be nuclear." The day was filled with phone calls and quiet whispers. Steffy contacted Hope, warning her indirectly about the impending trouble without revealing all. Hope, embroiled in her own conflicted feelings for Deacon, listened with increasing concern. "Steffy, if Sheila's involved, we all need to watch our backs. Dad has a way of attracting chaos." Meanwhile, Sheila sat in her small apartment, nursing a drink and repeating the events in her head. Was the cry she heard that night pleasurable or painful? Taylor reddened when questioned. The imperceptible alteration in Deacon's demeanor. Her suspicions strengthened with each passing hour, propelled by her unwavering intuition. She picked up the phone and dialed an old contact. "I need some information," she stated easily, "about Taylor Hayes and her recent activities." Discreetly. Sheila's investigation became rigorous rather than casual. She went to places where Deacon and Taylor may have met, chatting up waitstaff and acquaintances with her signature charm hiding the steel beneath. Whispers reached her, unusual timing, inexplicable visits. There isn't anything concrete yet, but she has enough to keep digging. Steffy, meanwhile, refused to sit idle. She stormed into the kitchen, where Taylor was trying to make tea, her hands still trembling. "Mom, listen to me. I lost it earlier because I care. Deeply. You've been my rock through so much, my health issues, the custody battles, the endless Ridge drama. But this choice with Deacon? It's putting a target on your back. Sheila won't hesitate if she thinks you've betrayed some unspoken code in her warped worldview. Taylor put down the kettle and faced her daughter with total devotion. Steffy, I never wanted to drag you into this. It started as comfort, but it escalated. And now, the fear is real. Sheila misread the situation at first, but her doubts are multiplying. I can see it in her eyes when she looks at me. The two women embraced, the anger giving way to a fragile understanding. Steffy pulled back, brushing away a tear on her face. We'll face this together. But no more secrets. If Sheila comes knocking with her investigation, we present a united front. No more disasters under this roof. As darkness set over Los Angeles, the Forrester home buzzed with suppressed anxiety. Finn proposed a family gathering, but Steffy declined. Not yet. We handle Sheila first. She's the immediate threat. Unbeknownst to them, Sheila was getting closer. A casual talk with Lee Finnegan at Il Giardino had provided a small nugget, something about Taylor's current emotional state. Lee, who was unaware of the complete scenario, had mentioned Taylor appearing distracted lately. To Sheila, this was another piece of the puzzle. Deacon, sensing the noose tightening, surreptitiously met Taylor in a quiet park near the ocean. We have to cool it, he muttered, looking over his shoulder. Steffy is furious. I heard from a mutual friend, and Sheila, she isn't letting go. Taylor nodded, her heart aching. Steffy lost it today. She called it my disaster, and she's right. But I don't regret the connection, Deacon. Just the timing. Their hands brushed briefly, a spark amid the terror, but they parted immediately, mindful that eyes may be looking. Steffy, returning home, confided in Finn late at night. I can't shake this feeling, Finn. Mom's affair with Deacon while we were camping, it's like inviting chaos. Sheila's investigation feels personal now. She's always wanted to insert herself into our lives, and this gives her the perfect entry. Finn hugged her. We'll protect her. But you were right to lose it, Steffy. Boundaries matter, especially with someone like Sheila circling. The following few hours blurred into strategy sessions and nervous waiting. Steffy contacted Ridge, her father, keeping the circumstances vague, but encouraging vigilance. Dad, something's up with Mom. Sheila's involved. Just be ready. Ridge, ever the protector despite his own difficult history with Taylor, pledged to keep an eye out. But even he couldn't predict how far Sheila would go. As the clock passed midnight, Steffy stood on the balcony, gazing at the city lights. Her reaction was visceral, motivated by both love and fear. Taylor's calamity was more than simply an affair. It was a spark that could start an inferno, with Sheila at its heart. The investigation continued in the shadows, with each new piece of evidence raising suspicions. The impact will eventually spread throughout the Forrester and Spencer families. Hope would question her father's decisions, Brooke might chime in with her own thoughts on Taylor's irresponsibility, and Finn would solidly support Steffy. But for the time being, on this important Tuesday, Steffy had made it clear that there would be no more tragedies. There are no more hazards. Sheila's prying would be met by a wall of Forrester resolve. But, deep inside, Steffy understood the truth. In their society, secrets had a habit of erupting, and when Sheila Carter investigated, the consequences were never little. Taylor's emotions may have led her astray, but Steffy's rage would act as a shield, attempting to hold the line. The mansion fell silent, yet the undercurrents of drama remained strong. Steffy checked her phone one more time, and there were no messages from Deacon or cautions concerning Sheila. The storm was temporarily confined, but everyone knew it was only the lull before the imminent downpour. Taylor went to her room to reflect about the argument. Steffy's comments echoed. This is a disaster. It was. A big, gorgeous disaster that threatened to topple everything. Despite the complexities of their lives, where love and betrayal coexisted, there may still be chance for redemption if they could outmaneuver Sheila's developing suspicions. Deacon poured himself a glass at the deserted bar of Il Giardino, silently toasting complicated ladies and deadly games. He hoped Steffy's rage would subside, but he prepared for the worst. Sheila, in her lair, smiled to herself as another piece clicked into position. Her investigation was far from complete. In reality, the temperature was just rising. The bold and the beautiful world came alive, full of romance, betrayal, and deep familial relationships. Steffy had lost it at her mother's calamity, but by losing control for a moment, she had gained insight. Protect your loved ones at any costs. With Sheila on the prowl, the price might be everything.